Local activists and protesters are condemning police tactics used in La Mesa and San Diego. They say some officers are escalating the tensions. 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco continues our team coverage. And Rachel, the protesters say there needs to be a way to hold the officers accountable.
You're right, Kimberly. And the group held that news conference in front of the county building because they wanted to make a point. Members say change is needed at every department across San Diego County.
Oh my God!
The video is so bloody, it's too graphic to show, but you can hear the woman screaming in pain. Her name is Leslie Furcron. She was hit with some sort of projectile during the protests in La Mesa. Monday afternoon, her two sons gathered with local activists to condemn the actions of law enforcement in La Mesa and San Diego.
Standing with us are two community members whose mother, an elderly woman, was shot at point blank range with a rubber bullet for doing nothing.
She had her hands up. She was unarmed. She had her phone in her hand, and they opened fire. And they did this over and over and over again.
Community activist Tasha Williamson says Furcron is one of 4 people shot in the head by police using rubber bullets. Furcron was seriously hurt and is in the hospital.
There is no amount of damage to a property that would warrant headshots, and all these shots were done to people of color.
The group is demanding any officer who fired a projectile release their body camera footage and a report. They also say the thousands of people who gathered in La Mesa and San Diego to protest the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis were largely peaceful until police escalated things.
Police, in most of the cases, are the ones who are escalating the situation, causing people who are untrained to panic, understandably, in the face of military gear, and to feel threatened with violence.
Police say demonstrators threw rocks at officers and vandalized businesses. In La Mesa, there was widespread looting and destruction. The activists say outside agitators are responsible.
That it was not, in fact, the black and brown protesters that were beginning this violence either, or even if let's call not violence, but property damage.
And more than 100 people were arrested at the demonstrations throughout the weekend. San Diego's police chief just addressed the media. We'll have more on that coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. We also reached out to La Mesa police to see if they had any comments about the woman who was hit with the projectile. We have not yet heard back. Reporting live downtown, Rachel Bianco, 10 News.